Welcome to New Jersey Business and Industry Association's podcast, Planet New Jersey. NJBIA is the largest employers association in the great state of New Jersey. I also want to give a shout out to New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance. They are the official sponsor of the show, so check them out for your home, auto, and workman comp needs. We release a new episode every other week, so be on the lookout. And you can find us wherever you find high quality podcasts like iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, even YouTube, if you want to watch rather than listen. So let's get started. Today, I am joined by my colleagues, as always, and my two other musketeers, Randy Stephens and Vinnie Civitillo. And our very special guest star today is Michele Wispelwey, CEO and co-founder of FemGevity. We're absolutely thrilled to have you here, Michele.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Especially for me, because it's just where I am in my life. So we'll get to that. So before we dive in, we had to go through articles around New Jersey and see what's happening in our great state. So in a local paper, The Coaster, there was an article just this week about a food pantry that's closing its doors in Bradley Beach on 4th Avenue. The article said there were about 10 families on 10 families on 4th Avenue in Bradley Beach that were pressuring to close the food pantry. They were complaining that people lined up too early to receive assistance. The St. James Episcopal Church, which allows the pantry to operate, asked the volunteer organization to pare it down from 5 days a week to 3 days a week, eventually to 1 day a week. Wow. There are over 175 volunteers that work throughout the week, and they serve over 700 food insecure people. So the residential neighbors complained that there were things that were happening, like when the kids walked to school, they would hear inappropriate comments, maybe see some public urination. And so they have to close by May 17th.
Pretty wild of it.
I have so much to unpack here. She keeps going, and I want to go all the way back to the beginning.
I know. All right, so let me stop it there and just get some thoughts about a food pantry in a residential neighborhood. What do you all think? I mean, there is food insecurity, but it's in maybe an area that is not built with infrastructure for this many people.
Can I just add, like, what town named their newspaper The Coaster? Like, I want to go all the way back to the beginning first.
The Coaster is awesome.
I imagine it is. Like, anybody who's like, yeah, like it's a dual purpose newspaper. You get information and you can put your drink down on it all at the same time.
After you read the articles, that's this next news. But
or just don't even read the articles. Just use this as a coaster. We get it. You're busy. All right, so what town is like only in New Jersey would people be like, no, we don't want a food pantry because people are lining up too early?
I'm familiar with Bradley Beach. Like, so my question is, the number of people that they're assisting, is that daily or that weekly? Like, does the article say anything about that?
It doesn't say that, but it does say.
Did it say 5 days to 3 days to 1 day to not?
That's right. Yeah, they serve people 5 days a week, which is a lot. And they don't just serve their town; they serve some surrounding towns. And it was getting bigger because food insecurity is getting bigger. So more people are coming. But
in less of the days, right? The lines are gonna continuously. You're gonna be bringing in more people in those days. That's my thinking. So I think it's kind of like a give or take. But clearly they don't want it there at all.
I say you just change the times. Instead of being like, line up at 5 in the morning. And I'm sure they're not telling people to line up at 5. But if you open at 8 and people are lining up at 5, then open at like 1 in the afternoon and people line up at 10, and then the kids are in school. And see, I've solved the whole thing right there.
You fixed it.
Well, there's a couple things here because, like, okay, there's a problem, but and then this is like the problem with, like, I think our American culture is like everyone just focuses on the problem and no one like focuses on the solution.
Right.
There's a solution for everything. So what's the solution? Did they move it to a different place or did they just shut it down? And the other part of it is, and maybe this is just the Jersey in me, is that, kids hearing some rough talk and seeing urination, they're buttercups now. I have 2 of them, 2 kids, and they can't handle anything. So, seeing some inappropriate things, knowing right from wrong.
Public urination is a little excessive. Like, I'd really like to know, like, why that. Like, I can't imagine that was more than one person. So I'd like to know why that person wasn't arrested.
Are they turning the grass yellow? If they're not, then what's the problem?
I have to agree with Michele there. I mean, these are things you're going to stay in the world around you. And I agree. I think it's very rare that happen. They do not have a new place yet. They're looking, but they haven't found. And the mayor has been really supportive of Bradley Beach. The mayor, I think his name's Larry Fox, has been super supportive of this organization and trying to help them find a new home. But they haven't yet. But yeah, I feel like that's a Jersey. I mean, it's a townie thing, right? When you get like townies involved.
So Michele comes speaking to like a true entrepreneur. It's all about the solution, not about the problem. And then I'm going to make a note to myself about, is this generation too soft for a future episode that we've got to bring her back in? Because I was coaching first and second grade soccer last night. And when they were playing, I was like, you know what, get on the line. We're just going to run. Like old school, right? Make you guys want to listen. They were all complaining about it. You guys are too soft. We'll deal with that later on. It's future episode.
Yeah. Kids they cry when they get their phone taken away from them. They can't play a video game. Toughen up. I just had this whole situation, like, daughter this morning with Roblox. Like,
Old Jersey versus New Jersey. Perfect for Planet New Jersey.
That's right. Toughen up. All right. That's a future episode. Toughen up, kids. You're from Jersey.
There it is.
I mean, you can see by seeing other people publicly urinate, it teaches them that that's the wrong thing to do.
Right. There's a silver lining to everything, right? I don't know. I can't imagine that happened more than once. And if it did, like, I hope to hell it didn't happen more than once.
Well, listen, if the days keep going from 5 to 3 to 1 and the line keeps getting longer, it may start happening more frequently.
Let's look at the solution. Like, the solution to me was, if that really is happening regularly, put a porta potty out there. It's a modest proposal.
Yeah.
Great article, Case. I like it.
All right. Well, it's silver lining. That's excellent. So let's move right into finding out about FemGevity. And Vin, why don't you start the questions for us?
Actually, it's okay. So we structured this in such a way where one of us is going to ask you about you, one of us is going to ask you about your career, and then the third will ask about FemGevity. I happen to be the one asking about you. So tell us where you're from.
So I grew up in northern New Jersey. I am from a town called West Milford, a little bit up north, very woodsy, rural area.
Sure.
I lived in Bergen County for quite some time. We just moved out to Somerset County in Bedminster, New Jersey. We just wanted more space and a little bit more quiet. And I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl, soon to be 13, almost 11. Husband, dogs,
That's a robust answer to where are you from, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Hold on. Can I? So West Milford, is there a college or university or something, like somewhere close to up there? It sounds familiar to me for some reason.
No, there's nothing there.
Okay. So,
about 7 lakes, woods. Yeah, there's nothing there.
I may have gotten off the wrong exit on the Parkway or Turnpike.
I think there might be a CVS now, but it's about it.
It's weird. Like, I used to live in Mercer County. I moved up to Hunterdon, and I found the further north you go, the more it's just like trees and cows. And I'm sure at some point that tapers off and it becomes more like New York, but I haven't figured out where that is yet. So
yeah. It's interesting. Yes, that's
why New Jersey is so cool. I mean, it just has everything. Some people just think of it as the opening to The Sopranos, and it does have all these, beautiful spots.
Jersey's amazing. People give it, that they crack on it, but you have lakes, you have beach, you have hiking,
farms,
farm, you have. You have a lot here. You have weather changes and patterns and different great seasons. So
we have our own devil, our own Jersey devil.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. We have a devil. We have urination down the shore on public.
We found a solution for that. That's going to be
about the solution. Be grateful for problems.
Well, this is going to be the hardest hitting question you get all day. What would you say your favorite movie is?
Oh boy. Oh, he really caught me off guard here.
Yeah. That's why I said
Well,
it's a hard-hitting one.
Mhm.
This is real
You know,
investigative
Category?
journalism here.
see, it's hard to say because it depends the type of mood you're in. But I think one of my favorite movies is Shawshank Redemption.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's a great movie.
It is.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies, and I watched it over a lot with my dad when I
Oh,
was
that's
younger.
nice.
Oh, so some
Yeah,
sentimental value there. I like it. I like it.
yeah.
If you were in a different mood, what would be the other one?
Don't
Because
laugh
you
at
were
me.
saying it's dependent on the mood.
Yeah. Don't laugh at me. But
Oh,
I really love Father of the Bride.
Oh,
okay.
I love Father of the
One and
Bride.
two. I don't know why. It just is like
One and
takes
two.
you back to
There you go.
childhood, mindless, just feel good. I don't know why. It just is just
Because it's adorable, and I love it. And Seymour's so funny.
So
yeah.
clearly, Michelle, in case you're best friends and we weren't informed.
All right, one more. Favorite band?
These are hard ones, man.
I know.
Then slinging heavy.
These are the hard questions. They're going to ask you about FemGevity, and you're going to be able to talk like it's no biz. But when people have to talk about themselves, it gets rough.
Um,
Really
boy,
think
oh
about it. I'll,
boy.
I'll cut out
What
the
about
amount of time.
genres?
Yeah.
Can
Oh
we
my
go
gosh, there's so
genre?
many. I love music. I love different genres. Like right now, I listen to Adele constantly, but
Mm.
then I listen to like Luke Combs, and I also love Fleetwood Mac. I would say Tom Petty. I think all time
Okay.
favorite. I could listen to
We are
him.
best friends. I love Tom Petty.
Then I'm signing off.
Randy, not a big Heartbreakers fan over here.
Sometimes you want to listen to Britney Spears, Backstreet, Journey, Heart.
So you would say
Just
you're a
play,
big
just play
music fan
shuffle.
then.
Just
Oh, I love music.
This was the nerve that I had to strike. Okay. What would you say
Yeah.
your first
He's
concert
back.
was? Like what was your first like real
Oh, New
memory?
Kids on the Block. My
New
mom took
Kids
me
on
to
the
those.
Ooh.
They're great.
oh.
Oh yeah, I was crying for Donnie, like crying.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, which one of you is doing the professional career?
That's Randy.
That's me. That's me.
I'm
We'll
kicking it to
cue
you.
we'll cue the excavation sounds on our soundboard when we cue this up.
Sure.
So I've got a couple kind of business career related questions, Michelle. If you're back after Ben's emotional journey just took you over.
There you go.
All right.
I love it.
No, so number one, right, you guys have been in business for 18 months, FemGevity Health. And me, right, as a relationship manager, and for kind of forgive me for the preamble, like it makes my job easier when a member comes into the organization and they're looking to get involved, looking to see how they can benefit. I think you've been with us for like less than 6 months, and you've already made your imprint to where like we've shared some press releases, we got you out there in our New Jersey Business Today newsletter. You're here with us on our podcast, which we greatly appreciate, and you're already looking kind of for your next ways to get involved, right? So this like makes my job easier dealing with our new members as they come in. So my question to you is this: what have you learned throughout your career and or for your business about the value of relationships and connections that kind of helped you get to where you are and where you guys are forecast to go?
Yeah, so relationships and network are everything. I come from this lab diagnostic world, and how I built like a very big book of business throughout like my 20 plus years doing it before I founded FemGevity. And it was, based on relationships, and like when I went to different companies, clients would follow me, they trusted me, to the point that like one of our nurse practitioners was a nurse practitioner at one of my clients. We have a couple of doctors on our medical advisory board that I worked with previously from like years ago. And those are like things how you foster, and that relationship may not get you to where you want, but it's they're like your who and what's going to bring you to the next step, right? Like you could bring a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it.
Right.
And fostering like trust and vulnerability, and really really brings, I guess I would say, like me personally, my professional career, and allowing yourself to admit to yourself that there's always somebody better than you, and finding those people to learn from
Nice.
and to be mentors, and eventually like you just naturally become a mentor to somebody else. So, I think relationships, especially like as a CEO, is the biggest one of the biggest qualities that you need. And I think it's like a superpower to be able to bond with people and be like magnetic towards each other and like read the room, and it's also part about like having empathy towards others and things like that. So
I like it. I like it. We got to
yeah.
get some more empathy down in Bradley Beach for Casey.
Right.
Awesome. So 20 years in the industry, I think that's amazing. Obviously, you've seen a lot come and go. And telemedicine, right? It's been around for years. Like my wife's got a little like
Mm.
working in a family practice doctor for a while, so I know it's been around for a while. But it seems like since COVID, when everybody had to adjust and systems were kind of interrupted, it has really kind of like launched out and became more mainstream. So, is there something that you've seen in your 20-year history that says, I see a gap that we could fill? And then I guess my follow-up question to that is like, where do you see this going? Where these kind of like niche kind of health markets and or that whole kind of telemedicine and vibe, I guess, for lack of better words, in the industry? Like, where do you see that being forecasted out in the future?
I got off
Yeah,
so
that's a
easy. Look at these questions that Randy's writing. I'm like, what's your favorite band?
That
Dig it
that is
in.
harder. That is actually
We're digging
harder
in.
too.
We're digging in.
This is I love this question and thank you for this because it's
Oh, thank
interesting.
you,
So
Ben.
I was still working
It was a
in the
great
lab.
question. Don't get me wrong. Sorry, go ahead, Michelle. I'm sorry.
I was still working in the lab world during the craziness of COVID, and eyeballs deep into nasal swabs and saliva testing. It was it
Fun.
was it was it was crazy. But anyway, so telemedicine opened up an opportunity to keep like the medical community going because like a lot of doctors, they just couldn't see patients. It was no reimbursement. It was terrible, right? But it also gave people an opportunity to take advantage
Okay.
of a lot of things because in like the healthcare space, when there's opportunity to overbill, there's a lot of like predators out there. So it's the how telemedicine has evolved since 2020. It's been like highs and lows, right? So,
Yeah.
and it's also physicians taking advantage too. Like there's therapists don't even like see people in person anymore.
Wow.
They just say telemedicine. And you have like I had a sty on my eye and I was able to do a telemedicine visit with some guy to get medicine. I was like this guy really even knows what the heck is going on my eye. But it's an opportunity that I'm a sucker. I'll be like, I'll pay $200 to not have to go to the doctor. So it's like there's a lot of convenience and things like that. But I think for us is that what it makes brick and mortar businesses are expensive, and to make them scalable are expensive because the overhead, the physicians, the malpractice, things like that. So it's giving an opportunity for innovation. And it's given opportunity for an innovation in just like this different way where you could digitalize everything and make it a hub and a dashboard where it's not just about so companies like ours, where FemGevity is a femtech company, we're feminine technology, and we're able to develop innovative solutions, concierge based, and it's precision telehealth. So it's not, it's this telehealth and precision that concierge doctors charge, thousands of dollars a month for the creme de la creme, but we're bringing it to women that have serious health issues and are seeing doctors that don't know what they're doing on how to like balance hormones. But we're doing it virtually, and we're also doing it in a way that makes it so there's like data tracking and things like that. So I think it depends like what type of telemedicine you're looking at, and from what perspective, because there's the telemedicine where it's just like it's convenient factor, and it's easy, and you can't get your kids to their pediatrician. But then there's also where you're looking at it from an innovative perspective. And like, for example, you said about like, I've been trying to get involved. I spoke to Athea yesterday, and with the healthcare symposium talking about like AI and digital health, that really ties into the telemedicine realm. And that's the exciting part, and where it makes like a big difference, and where that is going to pave the way for the future of medicine, because it makes it less expensive and more scalable to do much cooler things for, I'll just speak towards women. That was a
Awesome.
long-winded answer for you.
No, listen, it's perfect, and I think it's a perfect segue to where to me turning it over to Casey. But I've got one more question, much lighter, and then Casey, it's all yours because I know right now you're all bubbling up and ready to go. So,
Well, I am because I read on you it takes the guesswork out of women's health, which is its own thing. So yeah, I'm excited.
Is there a lot of guesswork? No, never mind. Go ahead, Rand.
One more question for me, and it's much lighter. So a couple weeks ago, we shared your event in our New Jersey Business Today newsletter. Like, thank you for that press release. So just my question is, tell us about the event, how it went, and then if there's anything else coming down the line from FemGevity that you'd want to share with the audience.
Yeah, the event went amazing. Having these events are a great opportunity to connect with women on a more intimate level, answer questions, and just address a lot of concerns. And a lot of women don't understand how like your gut microbiome, your micronutrient all also affect your hormonal levels. And it's a very full integrative approach. So we get there's community and ecosystem that we get to create. We actually have events coming up. We have an event in Miami next week. We have 2 events the following week in Winter Park and Winter Garden in Florida. We have another event in June. We also want to participate in the Women's Leadership Forum in AC with NJBIA in September. I'm hoping that I could have a voice on May 22nd at the Healthcare Symposium I spoke to Athea about. So we're constantly bringing events and opportunities for women to, not just like it's not just about, getting them to become patients at FemGevity, but it's creating a community and education and awareness. And there's also a lot of different like patterns with women going through perimenopause and menopause with like ethnicity and race and where they live. And so that's really important that we want to get across to women too.
Awesome. I'm going to pass this over to our eclectic host, Casey, for the day. But I mean, 2 words that you said that just really jumps out to me is community and ecosystems. I think those are amazing, especially applied to your industry. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
Casey.
thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, I totally agree. And Vin, the guesswork out of women's health, wait till you go through menopause because
I'm looking forward to it, Casey.
Menopause.
Menopause.
Exactly. So you definitely go through it emotionally, but you do. So when I started to look around the philosophy of empowered aging as women, I feel like all you hear is anti-aging.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, if you could speak a little bit about just your philosophy.
Yeah. So aging's an upgrade. It is not, getting older is sexy, and I know this is like NJBIA, so I'll keep it, I'll keep it PG. But like when you, as
we'll
you
just
get
beep
older,
it if you say something really obscene. Otherwise, do whatever you want.
Okay, great. It's spicy, right? Like when you, as a woman, like what you want professionally, personally, how you want to be treated, how do you want to be loved, how you want to be kissed, what books you want to read, and you're confident and you own it. And with that comes like, okay, I am like getting older, but you also embrace it because you're wiser. It's like you're embarking on this like journey in cultivating your body and understanding yourself, and also people around you. And it's also an opportunity to feel better, right? So, I'm 43 and I feel better than I did when I was like pre-kids.
Wow.
So because you understand what works and what isn't in your body, and it gives you an opportunity to uncover what is going on, right? Like you don't just have high cholesterol or night sweats or you're tired just because you're a year older. There's underlying reasons that could be like 12 layers deep, and you need to like figure it out and connect the dots, but you need to find the right provider that understands that. So aging is an upgrade. It's an opportunity to feel better,
Privilege.
to look younger. And it's a privilege. It's beautiful. It's not the end. It's just actually the beginning, because
Better the contrary.
Yeah, like when after you have kids, and that is like the beginning of the rest of your life, right? On like how you age, how you're going to enjoy your retirement, how you're going to enjoy your spouse or your partner or whatever it is. And it's like a whole different world to navigate. And I think it's beautiful.
I love it.
Yes. That's exactly. I love this. Well, I mean, I did read to say where women are the happiest in their 40s and their 50s because it's when they gain their confidence. It takes so long, right? To find out, like you were saying, what you like, to be confident in your choices, and really start to understand who you are. So night sweats. Yeah, right here. I mean, I'm totally in it. I'm going to be 50. So my daughter says I'm at level 50, which I like because it's like you hit level 50, then like I'm, doing pretty good. But it's something that I am definitely like, I am, have some of these symptoms. Like, my girlfriends talk to me about brain fog. Right. I mean, all these wonderful things you have to look forward to: insomnia, weight gain, hot flashes, these are all things, symptoms. So I wanted to ask you, how do you
Sounds like long COVID.
Longest COVID. It's the longest COVID.
The
how do you uncover
longest
the
COVID.
But so like you have all these symptoms, right? And my girlfriends and I talk about these symptoms. But how do you uncover? Guys, I was digging through some of FemGevity and what you offer, but how do you uncover the truth behind your symptoms? Like, what does it mean?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you. Because that makes me excited to answer this, because that is the whole premises of us and what we do differently. We are science backed. So everything we do is precision, personalized treatment plans, right down to, personalized special compounding for bioidenticals. And the way we put these together is through diagnostic testing. We do full comprehensive hormone assays. We tie into gut microbiome, micronutrient testing, maybe a little food allergy, sometimes genomic sequencing. Depends like who you are, what your symptoms are, what your family history is. So how we uncover and unleash all of this is through diagnostic lab testing, and very like AI, high level machine learning type testing. And me being in the diagnostic lab world my entire career, and my co-founder, she's a midwife, it's what we stand for, right? Like it's interesting because like 80% of the medical guidelines are based on diagnostics. But yet you go to a doctor, I bet you go to your GYN, he or she is gonna be like, oh, there's no labs, your hormones fluctuate, or I don't know, you just have to deal with it. Here's a patch that, with synthetic hormones. No, that's not true. Would you take Lipitor without taking a cholesterol test? Would you take thyroid medication without, getting your thyroid test or a TSH? It is how guidelines are established. If you even look at COVID, it's how our economy came back into play by a diagnostic test, so it's mind-blowing, but benefits us that no one else is really getting it. So
I mean, do you find that, like, as you were going through that these kind of symptoms are exactly like you said, they're just kind of like waved away, as it's just part of it, you just kind of have to deal with it and get through it?
So only really 20% of doctors have any type of training throughout medical school about hormones and perimenopause and menopause. It's like not spoken about.
Wow.
So yeah, that's exactly what's happened, and just kind of have to deal with it. You're told, or, there's just, and women, if you go through perimenopause and menopause with not putting those hormones that are depleted back in your body, it leads to osteoporosis, Alzheimer's, dementia, cardiovascular disease, metabolic disease. It is like the list goes on. It breaks your body down. Estrogen actually protects you from cancers, doesn't give you cancer.
And so is that, would you attribute that to hormone health? Like something I never even thought of, till now, of course, like hormone health, all of those things keeping you in balance. That's how you figure it out, right? I mean,
that is how you figure out. That is how a woman keeps her body healthy and young and vibrant, is your hormones. And, a lot of women don't even realize like testosterone is our body is made up of such a big like component of testosterone, which helps from like, bone strength, and protects us from osteoporosis. But we just have a smaller composition of it than men, but it's such a big component of us.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that was, when I heard about, when you go through menopause, you can have bone loss. I was like, I can't lose any more bone. Like,
where's it go?
Yeah, I mean,
all my skeletal,
Already.
as you have to stay together. But for women that are in this stage of their life, I'll tell you, just talking with girlfriends, we kind of just trade secrets, like, oh, try this hormone therapy. It's not going to anyone to actually figure out. So the last question I was going to have is kind of, if you could walk me through the process, Mike, if I go on and like from symptoms to testing to treatment, if you could just kind of walk me through your process with that.
Yeah. So the first step is you log online, you register. The first step, what we do is you're going to fill out a full health questionnaire, and we get very granular with it. And then we actually send a phlebotomist to your home, whether you're in California, Texas, wherever, whatever state,
Wow.
and you get your full blood draw. And then in about 10 days, you come back, and that's where you have your first 50-minute consultation with the nurse practitioner. And that's where you get personalized treatment plan. That's where you get, that's where your patient journey starts. And that's where we figure out it's a combination of, it might be nutraceuticals, supplements, RX, it's always some type of bioidenticals most women really need, which are bioidenticals are plant derived, holistic type hormones. They're not synthetic and have progestin in them. And then, we go over we offer therapy, diet, nutrition, you have monthly check-ins with your nurse practitioner because it's a journey. It's not just a one-time thing. You have to check in as your hormones fluctuate and to get them balanced. And we give you unlimited access to this nurse practitioner that is with you for the rest of your time with FemGevity. So
Wow.
we keep it as simple and streamlined. We're developing right now our 2.0 journey, where women are going to be able to digitally track their diagnostic insights and their CGMs and their wearables, and really kind of tell you what to do, right? And where you don't have to think. Women are thinking about everybody else, and we are your accountability person, and we're making sure you're taking care of yourself. And that's what we do.
Oh, that is fantastic. I need to start the journey because it's important.
I will get your email, and we're gonna help. I'm gonna help you. We're gonna help you. I'd be honored to be able to help you.
All right, excellent. So I think that
if you let me have that red hat, I want that hat.
Done. We'll trade it.
Okay.
Michele, can I ask you a question?
My red hat.
Where's the farthest out you guys have had phlebotomists go to do your testing? And where's the farthest you guys?
It's in all 50 states. So California, Texas.
Wow.
Yeah, we work with somebody that is really good, and they have a tight process to help us with. Eventually, we would like to have our own, but
That's amazing, though. I mean, what a reach,
Yeah. Room to grow, Vin.
Oh, and I missed out on an event. We're having an event in Malibu soon too. And
That's amazing.
So fabulous.
I was gonna ask. You mentioned Winter Garden. Are you gonna take some time and go to Disney?
I wish.
Winter Garden is as close to Disney World as you can possibly get without crossing onto Disney's property.
It's like in and out. I'm in Miami on Thursday and I come back home on Friday. Winter Garden. It's like it's in and out.
Sure. Moving and shaking.
No time for Disney.
Moving and shaking.
Gotta take some time and smell the roses.
I know. I try, but lacrosse tournaments and games. In the
I get you.
That's right.
Darn kids.
Always moving. Oh, maybe you'll win some fabulous prizes in our game show, the game show. Oh my goodness, I have this. That everybody's ready. So we're all gonna play.
Do I need my Sharpie?
Yeah.
You prepared? Let me see. Does everybody have their paper and their Sharpie?
Let's
I know
go.
that Michele, she's ready. Okie dokie. So the game is going to be, is it real or is it fake?
Oh, okay.
So you're going to write true or fake. Write a T for true or F for fake, whichever one you want. And it's going to be 3 different cities in the country. Are they real cities or are they fake cities?
Wait, the country or the state?
The country.
Oh, I thought this was New Jersey, Casey.
I have one in New Jersey.
Michele's working all around the country, so we might as well just follow up.
All right.
Listen, don't. I don't know that much like that.
Yeah, me either. I feel swerved here.
You might have to send somebody to one of these.
Do you give us a minute to Google?
No, can't cheat. Phones down.
Yeah.
All right, so it's gonna be relatively painless. So number 1, Unalaska, Alaska. Is that a real city or is that a fake city?
Okay, I'm locked in.
You're locked in?
I'm locked in.
I
You
say
hold them up. Are we holding them up at the end after each
Yep,
one?
at the end.
Yeah,
I
at
want you
the
to
end
hold
of
up
each
your
one.
papers
Yeah.
so I can see.
Wait, do I do it now?
Yeah, let's see. Let's do it now. So we got Randy says that it's true. Let's see. What do you have there, Vin?
I
Real?
wrote real.
Really, my thing.
This is the sort of thing that's just dumb enough that Alaska could come up
That's
with.
what I said too,
And
Vin.
Michelle, what do you have up there? Let's see. True. All right.
True.
All right. Next one.
Wait, what was it?
No, you gotta wait till the end.
No, we didn't do that last. All right, fine.
This is my game show.
All right,
You
all
do your
right.
game.
Casey's rules. Casey's rules.
She's
Right.
got the beret. She's got the beret.
I got correct. All right. So next one is Love Ladies, New Jersey.
Oh.
I got one in New Jersey.
All right, I'm good.
I'm ready.
All right. Let's see. Everybody ready?
Wait.
Waiting on the CEO.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. We got true.
That's enough.
Oh, that's an F. We got a false.
Everybody wrote false. Everybody wrote
Everybody
fake.
Okay. All right. Last one. Where, Arizona?
Can I get a spelling?
W-H-E-R-E.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Where is where, Arizona?
That sounds like the sort of thing like Carmen Sandiego would go to.
I'm going to say true. Wow, Randy, we're like spot on.
This is going to be a three-way tie no matter what. Like we
This is the
either
beginning
all
of a
failed
beautiful
or we
relationship,
all won.
All right. So it is a tie.
Yeah.
And you all failed.
None of us got any points whatsoever.
All right. So let me tell you, Unalaska, Alaska is a real place. You guys got that? Love Ladies, New Jersey is a real place.
Wow.
Named after Tom Lovelady. You can look it up.
Wow.
And where, Arizona is not a real place.
Oh,
Wow.
But a Y, Arizona is. W-H-Y,
Wow.
Arizona
1 out of
is a real
3?
place. But
right.
I'll tell you what.
At least
Thank
we all
you for
scored the same.
playing.
Well, here's the beauty of this. So in the last game that we did, the two of you scored a point each. Now Randy and I, Randy has 2. I have a point, so I'm on the board. And Michele wins our game today because tie goes to the runner, right?
That's right. Tie goes to the guest. So let me
beginner's
tell you
luck.
what you win. You win a Mad Libs book that is fun with family and friends for hours.
Awesome.
Joy Mad Libs book, plus a $15 gift card to Wawa. So keep your eye in the mail for those prizes.
Excellent.
both my 2 favorite things that my son loves: Wawa and Mad Libs.
Wow.
This is hours of endless entertainment. We go through several on the beach this summer.
They are awesome. I do love a Mad Libs.
All right, well, thank you so much for playing. And I want to thank you so much for being our guest. And I encourage everybody, especially every woman, to check out FemGevity. It is a super user-friendly website too, which I loved, and it's got everything to look for. So check out the events as well that are coming up with FemGevity, and keep your eyes to the skies for Planet New Jersey. We'll be back next 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So from all of us here at Planet New Jersey, I say,
Wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and thank you so much to NJM Insurance, who are the sponsor of this show.
Nice. Gotta pay
Was
the
that
bills,
what you were
man.
gonna say too?
Just gotta pay the bills. I'm glad you caught that one. Michele, thank you for being with us. Now we can do it. Now we can do it.
so much. That's it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, big day night time. See ya.